transformer which is used either as a step up or step down transformer. Then there are two coils, primary as well as secondary coils for these transformers, and it is the role and its principle is discussed somewhere else. Now, filament circuit basic principle is to heat it. So it reduces the voltage to about 10 volts. So only 10 volts are given because you have to just heat it. There is no need for further higher capacity electricity. Then regulated by a filament current control. Then regulates the filament temperature and thus the number of electron emitted at 10 mA. Then this is not the same as that of the current in the filament circuit. So these two are different. The transformer design has got different for both and their circuits are different. Now tube voltage is regulated by auto transformer. This is another type of transformer, step up transformer, step down transformer, and third is auto transformer. These three are discussed in three different lectures. High voltage is required between the anode and cathode, gives these electrons sufficient energy to generate X-rays. Now peak KVP selector adjusts the auto transformer. The auto transformer used in a KV selector button. So this is another thing we should know. Whatever KVs you are changing on the machine, below that is the auto transformer. Now it boosts peak voltage of the incoming line 100 to 120 volts up to 60,000 to 1 lakh volt. That is 60 to 100 kV. In some machines up to 130 kV. So this is a very high increase. Now energy 60 to 100 kV sufficient to generate X-rays of high penetrating capacity. Now polarity of AC current alternates. So does the polarity of the X-ray tube at the same frequency. Now for that, so X-ray is produced where only filament is negative and target is positive. Now again this diode or rectification we are going to see in some other lecture. In the other half there is no production of X-rays. If it is half-wave rectification, you can get alternate half which gives the X-rays, and in continuous if you want, then you will have to go for a full wave rectification. Now rectifiers will tell you how this is done. This half of the cycle is called as inverse voltage or reverse bias. That also we are going to see in some different lecture. Limit of X-ray production. This what it will do? It will give X-rays only when there is a curve which is, you can say, upward curves. So only 50% of the cycle will be used to get the X-rays, and therefore it will limit the production of X-ray to only half the cycles. So it has to be a full wave rectification. Now this principle we are going to see in the different lectures. So 60 pulses of the X-rays are generated each second, and each is having a duration of 1 by 120 seconds. This is just to know the rectification or self-rectification, or called as half-wave rectification. This is in a smaller unit, but larger unit has got full-wave rectification. Now see, here you can see, look at the wave. Now I'll explain you. This is the upstroke, this is the down, this is a routine, a normal waveform. Now if you want to have, this is a negative side. So if you want to have a continuous X-ray production, the ray has to move in the same direction. So if this negative will not work. So in that, here what we have done is, we have in output converted this negative into a positive, this side, and this will give you a continuous X-ray production, that is called as full wave. In half wave, what will happen is, this cycle will be suppressed. So if this cycle is suppressed, it is half wave. Then if it is converted into the opposite side, then it is full wave. So you can have either half wave or full wave rectification. Now some dental X-ray manufacturers produce machines that replace the conventional half wave rectifier power supply with a full wave rectification. That is what we have discussed, because that is more efficient, gives more X-rays and more continuous X-rays. This will result in essentially constant potential between the anode and cathode. there will not be a gap between. I mean, energy of the X-ray beam produced comparatively higher than operated at the same voltage. So full wave rectification machines will give you a better X-rays and a continuous X-ray flow. Now timer, very easy to understand. How long you want the X-ray to be on? X-rays are produced not continuously at certain time. A timer is built into the high voltage circuit to control the duration of the X-ray exposure. This you can control. You can have higher or lower depending on the part you want to radiograph. Subjecting the filament to continuous heating at a normal operating current shortens its life. Now try to understand this. To minimize filament damage, so it will keep machine on only when required. When not required, machine will not be kept on. That is, X-ray will not be produced. It will have better control over the situation, and the timer will save both. It will save electrical energy also and wastage of X-ray also, and it will give a correctly required exposure. Now tube rating, one has to understand. Tube rating is the what can be the maximum exposure you can achieve from the tube, or whether tube can be used successively for the multiple exposures. Now this will depend on the multiple factors. X-ray tube produce heat at a target while operating. This heat need to be dissipated. Now measured heat units where HU, kVp, MA and high-second matters. So more the kVp, more is the heating, more is the MA, and more is the second, the heat production will be more. Now dental diagnostic tube is applied